record. Okay, so Tammy was telling me that one of the things y'all wanted to talk about tonight was team building. So first, before we talk about that, I wanted to talk about a little bit to y'all about just the roller coasters of network marketing and the natures of that in this industry. So when you first sign up, so I know some of y'all are newer still, so when you first sign up, you know, you're up here and you're super excited because you just got your welcome pack in the mail and you just got on the products, love how it tastes, you've lost a few pounds, and you're up here. And you get your first new customer and, you know, you're even higher, you're going up, and then you get a message in your inbox. And it's like, I've been on the products for a week and I don't notice anything different. What should I be doing? And you start to kind of come down a little bit and you think, oh my gosh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I don't know how to answer these questions. I don't know what to do. Like, am I cut out for this? And you start to come down a little bit. And then you get a bing, you got money email. And you're like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm way up here, you know, and you're a cloud nine. And then you get like another bing. And it's like, I've gained 5 pounds. I don't like the products. I'm quitting. And you're like, oh, way down here. And then you get another, and then you get a new customer. And you're like, oh, yay, I got a new customer. And then you get another new ambassador. And then all of a sudden you have a white line in your back office. So one of your ambassadors quits. And it's up and it's down. And it's up and it's down. I want to challenge you all to get off the roller coaster.
Yes.
I want you right here. You're going to get a new ambassador and you're going to stay right here. And you're going to get a new customer and you're going to stay right here. And you're going to get a hard question you don't know how to answer and you're going to stay right here. And you're going to have people quit and you're going to stay right here. And you're going to keep on trucking and you're going to stay stable. And you're not going to let the emotions of this industry get to you because you're stable. So I am a double sapphire household. And let me tell you, I have felt like ooh, that was a roller coaster. Get off the roller coaster.
Who is that? That one.
It's a message. That I have felt like I have wanted to quit. It doesn't matter what amount you get paid in this company. If you are on that roller coaster, you're going to want to jump off of it. You're going to think the only way off is by quitting the industry altogether. You cannot tie the emotions of this industry to your self-worth. If you tie it to your self-worth, then you're going to go through the roller coaster and it's not going to be worth it. So I challenge you guys, this is your job. We do this because we love our products and we believe in our products and we believe in our company and we want to help people. Because of that, it is so hard to separate it from who we are, but we have to, because you're not Plexus, you are who you are, and that's somebody awesome, but we love Plexus. We feel like we are Plexus, but you have to separate it to stay steady. So now that we're on our steady ground, I want to talk to y'all about team building. We have a compensation plan that is very, very highly based in team growth. Customers are amazing. We love our customers, especially for new ambassadors. They put money in your pocket in the beginning. But if you want real residual income, which you do, I promise, you have to have huge team growth. And that's where that, that's where that residual income comes from. And again, in network marketing, it's a roller coaster and it's a revolving door. You're going to have someone sign up and join your team and they're going to turn around and walk right out that door by the end of the month. And you know what? That's okay. You're going to be okay with that because this industry isn't for everybody. It really only takes like 3 or 4 people who are in this with you for life for you to go to the top. Like you just need a few that are all in, that are ready to build this with you for you to be successful. It doesn't take 3,000 people who are all in. It might take 3,000 people, but only 3 or 4 of those are going to be all in. But I mean, and you might have a whole lot who are in it like part-time, but it really doesn't take the mass quantity that it might seem like when you're first starting. So you just need a few to get the vision. And that vision is to see this long-term potential that this company has for your life and for your family. So how do you do that? Like, how do you get those people? How do you recruit? You personally have to constantly be adding people to your level ones. You need to every month be adding people to your level ones. Now, a lot of people will tell you, go silver every single month. And if you are newer, I want to challenge you that. Add 3 new level ones every single month. Now, if you've been in this industry like I have for 2 years or even over a year, that gets a little bit more challenging because you start to feel like your network is tapped out. But what I do want to say is there should never be a moment that you do not have a prospect in your mind. You should always have somebody that you're thinking, I want that person on my team. If you've already signed them up, you start thinking about the next person. Who is the next person you want on your team? So always have a prospect in your mind and find a way to approach them and get them on your team and build a better relationship with that person so that you can do so. Customers, that's the easiest place for you to find your ambassadors. I feel like customers are the easiest sell. They're the easy switch. Always when you're approaching your customers, don't make it scary. Try to make it, you want to make it easy for them and you want to make it non-threatening for them. If you approach it as in, you know, do you want to do this business with me? The word business will turn a lot of people off because that's scary. A lot of people don't want a business. They already have a business. They already have 3 jobs and 4 kids and, you know, soccer league and, you know, PTO. They don't want another business. You know, they got enough of them in their lives. But if you say to them instead, you know, I know you've been loving the products. I was just wondering if you want to get it for cheaper than you already are. Now that's what somebody wants to do. You know, I want to get, everybody wants something for cheaper. So if you say it in that way, say, I just wondering if you wanted to get the products for cheaper than you already are. It's only $34.95 a year and you can order whenever you want. The other great thing about getting people up as wholesale is they're going to order more because they don't have to call customer service and wait on hold for 30 minutes. I mean, they just go in their back office and they order. They're going to try the X Factor that they might have not have tried before. They're going to try, you know, the P96 that they might have not tried before. And let me tell you, just because somebody's wholesale doesn't mean that they're not going to join you and be all in. Heather Burke, she signed wholesale. She told Jen Hawkins, I will not sell this product. So many diamond ambassadors sign up as wholesale. So don't rule somebody out. I'll tell you, the people who told me from the beginning, I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to be emerald in 6 months. They quit like a month later. Because a lot of times you get people who jump in saying they're going to do it. They don't really know what it takes. They just saw my success and they thought, I want what you have. They jumped in, they got on that roller coaster and they jumped right off of it as soon as they got down. And so, but you get those wholesale buyers, you know, they're actually less likely to get on the roller coaster because they don't think they're doing it. And they'll share it with somebody, but they'll swear, I'm not selling it. I just shared it with somebody. And really, those are the people you want on your team. You don't want the salespeople. You want the sharers. You want the people, the storytellers, the ones that are just going to share their story. So don't be afraid to sign up someone that says they're a wholesale ambassador because it's not easy. It's not hard to show them our side. As soon as you sign a level 1, really one of the most effective things to do is get on the phone with them as soon as you can. At least voice chat them or something. They need to hear your voice. They need to hear the excitement. They need to get excited. And again, it's such a fickle industry with a lot of people. When they join, most people didn't think out this decision. I mean, some of you may have, but the majority of people joined on a whim. They saw a special or they weighed that morning, they were 10 pounds heavy and they were just done, you know, and they were like, I'm so sick of being fat, or I'm so sick of being tired, or I'm so sick of being, you know, fat, or whatever your thing is, you know, and they were just done that day. It was payday. They had extra money and they just did it. So those people who join on a whim, we got to catch them in that win, because those are the people who will turn around and walk right out that revolving door tomorrow if they don't have instant results, because we are an instant society. And so you really have to coach them through that. You have to tell them what to expect. They have to know that it took them, 15 years to get sick. It's going to not be a 15-minute recovery. It might take a month or two. And so that's why you really need to get them on the phone. You need to let them know what to expect with the products. You need to tell them how easy it is just to, go sign your mom and dad up, go sign your sister up, go make them customers, and go make your best friend your ambassador. Get them excited so that they can see a paycheck that first month. If you can get your ambassadors to get a paycheck that first month, they are much more likely to stay. If they end that first month and they think that they've spent more than they've made and they're not loving the results yet, which they will if you can get them to stick with it, but if they're not yet, they're really, really likely to quit. So your goal is to get your ambassadors to get a paycheck and to know what to expect with the product so that they're not on that roller coaster. So if you can get them doing that, you can get them duplicating what you're doing. And that's when you're going to see, when you see that duplication and when you see people, doing what you're doing, that's when you're going to see the snowball of your team, and you're going to start to see your team get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what you want for your residual income. If you are feeling like you're tapped out on your network, make sure you are constantly adding prospects to your life. Whether that be joining a new mom's group or a new Bible study or, an alumni group, or just going to something that's out of your comfort zone. Maybe there's a bunko thing in your neighborhood and you would have never went to it before, but now you're going to do that because we are network marketers. So we are networking. That is what we do. And by networking, that doesn't mean you go to the bunko meeting and you just cute plexus on them. You don't. You just get to know them. And if they ask you what you do, you tell them, I sell health and wellness products. And then, say, what do you do? Maybe don't talk about much about it, but then get to know them. And usually if you just kind of say, I sell health and wellness products, what do you do? They're still thinking, I wonder what she sells, and, they might be talking about themselves, but they'll come back around and want to know what you did. And maybe it doesn't even come up. If it doesn't come up at all, you haven't lost out. You met a new friend. You made a new contact. Go find them on Facebook. Friend them, and they're going to see your stories. They're going to see your testimonies. And 90% of America, they need what we have. So odds are really good at some point you're going to post something that's going to be a trigger for them. You've already built that relationship with them. You made a contact with them. And every time you can make a contact with somebody, that's building a little bit more trust and a little bit more trust. And they're much more likely to buy what you're selling if there's a trusting relationship there. So that's what your goal is as a network marketer. It's not necessarily to push your products onto them. I'm a horrible, horrible salesperson. Let me tell y'all guys, I cannot approach somebody cold and talk to them about Plexus. I am not good at that. But what I am good at is just building relationships. And that's what it's about. One other thing I want to talk to y'all real quick, and then we'll open it up for question and answer, is overcoming objections. So I like to use the feel, felt, found method. So say you have someone that comes to you and they say, I don't know about this. I think network marketing is a pyramid scheme. So what I would say to them is, I understand how you feel. I totally felt that way too. This is my fourth direct sales into company, and the first three I lost money in. So I totally get why you think it's a pyramid scheme. At this point, I was believing it myself because I had been wrapped up into 3 pyramid schemes already. But what I found is Plexus is so different. I actually made enough my first month to pay for my products and my second month to pay a car payment. And it's not just people at the top making money. So you can use this feel, felt, found on really anything, even if you didn't fail that way. So say someone says, I don't think I need Plexus because I don't have weight to lose. Well, I did. So I can say, I understand how you feel that way. My good friend Sarah, she felt that way too, and she didn't have any weight to lose. She was a little stick, but what she found was it got rid of her fibromyalgia. She was sleeping better at night. She had so much more energy. So just think about if it's not an objection that you have, don't necessarily lie and act like it is and make it the story, but find somebody else that did feel that, because most objections everybody has. And, before, maybe make a list. What I like to do is make a list of the most common objections you're going to have and have a comeback for it ready in the feel, felt, found. Practice it in the mirror. I understand how you feel. My dad felt that way too. And what he found was, so practice it for each objection so that when it does come to you, because they do, you have the same ones over and over and over, you know how to approach it. Okay, so questions. What do y'all have?
I want to know, what is your best thing that you have done to get people interested in, like promotion-wise, get people interested, or like our ambassadors to build their business? What would you suggest?
Okay, like getting the ambassadors excited. Is that what you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It really is hard because I have found in seasons there's different things that motivate different people, and you have to consider everybody has a different love language. You know, some people need words of affirmation. Some people are motivated by gifts and prizes. Some people are motivated by quality time, and you know, touch. I can't help you there, but so it's you're going to have to kind of use all of the different things though with your team. Make sure you do plenty of shout outs. Some people, they're doing things good, so you keep people motivated with the words part. The contest, I really like to keep contests like short ones. I have seen greater success with like weekend long blitzes or something like that than I have a month long contest. Again, we live in a society of ADD people. Like, we're very, you know, if you give somebody something a month-long thing, they're going to forget it by week 12. And I have found week 2, and I have found when I have done contests like that, the people have won, have almost been surprised. Like, they didn't even know that they were in a contest. It's not quite so fulfilling when the person that won the prize didn't actually win the prize. So you want to do something that's intentional. So you want to make sure your contest, if you do one, is very intentional, that whoever wins it actually tried to win it. And that's why I always make sure before I reward somebody that they message me that they got it. Just like my $20 promotion for my new ambassador. If you don't tell me that you got the 100 PV, I'm not going to give you the $20, because you have to actually, because you probably don't even know that that's going on. You might not even be on my team page. So I'm not just going to randomly give it to everybody. But if you message me, I'll give you your $20. Or if even your upline tags you, I'm going to give you your $20. But you want it to be intentional. And I have seen greater success with things that aren't drawings, because then it feels like anybody can win it. But of course, not everybody. Like my one where I did $25. That was it was almost $1,000 out of my pocket. And not everyone can do that. But you could do first 3, you know, first 3 people to sign up an ambassador, I'll give you $25. And then it's a competition, like who's going to get there the fastest. And it's not like, you know, drawings, a lot of people feel like I'm not lucky. I never win a drawing. So I'm not really going to try because I'm not going to win it anyway. So it is kind of hard to find what, you know, promotions will motivate people the best. I have seen a lot of success, though, I'll tell you, with doing the Zoom trainings like this and one-on-one coaching calls. Those have been really, really huge. And I think, again, that's where I'm getting in with the quality time people that I was missing before. They really enjoy the coaching calls. So I think you're going to have to do a little bit of every avenue to kind of reach people. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay, who else?
Gee, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm about to lose my voice, so sorry. Can you give me advice? I have someone that I'm interested in talking to, and she has lots of contacts with children with on the spectrum, the autism spectrum. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure how to go about talking with her without sounding like I want to use her as the contact. Does that make sense?
No, totally. Do you have a close relationship with her right now?
Yes. And okay. She was one that Tami and Carrie and I were going to meet with, but since I have you all here together, she's very interested. I just haven't been able to get to her, and maybe it's because I need a little more prep before I visit with her.
Right.
But anyway, suggestions?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely approach her with a whole lot of empathy. Like, I mean, you know, I had a mom like that whose daughter had type 1 diabetes that I called message, and I wanted to make it very clear that this isn't just because I'm not doing this just to try to make money myself. Like, I genuinely
right.
need to be. think that there is something here. So I would, make sure, you let her know, you understand how network marketing, this could come across as just a, money-making thing, but we keep seeing these testimonies, we keep seeing these stories, and I feel like there's something there. And then maybe open it up, throw the ball back in her court, say, I feel like there's something there. Have you ever seen anything like this? Working with kids with autism, have you ever seen me get healed? Like, have you ever seen this happen before? And, she may say, I had this one mom whose son was severely autistic, and then he just started getting better, so you never know. Like, this may be something that's already in her mind that she's already seen. So I would definitely, kind of approach it in that way. Like, what do you think? Like, what are your thoughts? Like, do you think it's possible? Like, could some forms of autism actually be cured? Like, is that a thing? And because some people are very, that's a very sensitive topic. Some people do not want to believe there's a cure because they don't want hope, because they don't want to be let down, which I get, that's hard, but,
and I think I'm going at it more, not as a cure, but as something that would start from the gut and work out, because she told me the last time I spoke with her that most of the adults or children and adults that are her clients, that they die from gut issues. So anyway.
Right.
But okay, thank you.
Well, yeah.
What are my other questions? So I've been in it almost a year, and one of my preferred customers left about 4 months ago, and today she told me she wanted to come back on. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Yay!
That she left and she came back, and I'm like, God, I've been in it so long. They're starting to come back.
No, I have some that have left and come back like 4 or 5 times now.
Yes,
so it happens a lot. I get that a lot. And I'll get ambassadors who have been inactive for a year who will out of the nowhere just start selling it. And I'm always like, where did you come from? So yeah, that's exciting.
And a lot of the people that have approached me have already purchased it from other ambassadors, and now those ambassadors are no longer active.
Yeah.
So I'm not having to sell it to them. They already know about it. So I'm just just picking up where they left off. But
right.
Anyway.
And this is for staying steady. Well, in the long run, we'll definitely benefit you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Someone
else talk.
Yeah. Anybody else? Well, thank you guys for hopping on tonight. I know, I appreciate it. I know it's not easy to take time out in the evenings, but hopefully it was helpful. And I did record, I think. Yes, I did record it. So I will send y'all the recording to share with your patients. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.